Your personal reality exists in the area of your beliefs, in your spiritual plane. One of my good friends is a network administrator and he works about 11 hours every day. He says, I'm so sick of this job. I can't handle it anymore. It's so demeaning. I wish I were doing something more rewarding. I wish I could just take a break right now. I wish I could. And then he says, I wish I could go away camping with my dad like I always used to. And every time that he talks about camping with his dad, his face really lights up. You can see how much those memories mean to him. But while he's at work, he is grossly dissatisfied. I remember when I was dissatisfied at work years ago, I used to work in a share center. Answering the phone about 70 times a day, talking to people who, even though we were making them tons of money, were still complaining about everything. And the stress really got to me and I wanted to escape. I had a dream of becoming an actor and a writer and I desperately wanted to get out. I wanted to do that. But I had the belief, like so many people do, that to leave my job would be curtains. It would mean a pay cut. It would mean that I wasn't able to survive. I couldn't pay the rent and so on. And when I did eventually quit, I had sweat dripping down my forehead because I was so afraid. But I did it, and I am proud that I did it. What changed for me was that I learned how to change my beliefs. Actions always stem from beliefs. We know from science that whatever you believe, you manifest, you act out. If you believe that you have to struggle to make money, then you will struggle to make money. Not necessarily because you have to, but because your belief dictates that unless you're struggling, you will not be making money. And unless you change that belief, you will not be able to change your reality and the actions that you're taking. So changing the belief has to come first. But if that's true, if it's the case that beliefs create your reality and create the actions that you take, if beliefs are the root of everything, how do you change your beliefs? Because beliefs are intangible. You can't reach out and touch them. You can't grab them and twist them and shape them into what you want them to be. How are you supposed to change your beliefs? Well, thankfully, science has taught us that beliefs stem from emotions and from feelings. Whatever you feel and whatever emotions you experience, that creates thoughts in your mind. The thoughts recur over and over and over again, and eventually the thoughts become a belief. That belief then shapes your reality and shapes your outcome and the actions that you take. But it all stems back to the emotions and the feelings that you're experiencing. If you change those emotions and those feelings, you will change your belief, and then you can change your reality and the actions that you take each and every day. So then, how do you control your emotions, and how do you shape your emotions in such a way that your emotions will create positive beliefs that will lead to positive actions and a great life? The answer, believe it or not, lies in a very old acting technique which is still in use and still very famous today. It's called emotional memory technique, and it's used by every single method actor in the world. People like Eddie Redmayne, the really great actors that get into method. This is Stanislavski. Stanislavski was a teacher, acting teacher, and he taught this emotional memory technique as a way to control emotions. Now, of course, when Stanislavski taught how to do emotional memory technique, he was doing it so that actors could play scenes. Now, you and I don't have scenes, we have a life. But nevertheless, we can use this emotional memory technique to shape our emotions, to control our beliefs, to control our outcome and our actions. So then how do you do emotional memory technique? Well, this is how. To begin with, you're going to want your mind to be calm and peaceful with no thoughts. You want your thoughts to just slip away like leaves on a tree in autumn. Let those thoughts drop. Now, to do that, you might like to just close your eyes and meditate on the sensation of your breath as it moves around your facial muscles. You're going to find that immensely relaxing, and it's going to really purify your mind and help you to be calm. So practice that meditation for a few minutes. Now, once you feel that you are calm and still and that your mind is pure, bring to mind one specific positive memory. It could be anything, anything that is important and evocative to you. So, for instance, for me, one of the best memories that I have is when I was touring England on stage, and we had a show in Edinburgh at the Fringe Festival, and I took myself up to what they call King Arthur's Seat, which is a kind of, they call it a mountain, but it's actually a hill in Edinburgh, Scotland. And I was practicing yoga on that hill, and it was such a beautiful blue day. And I was so relaxed and so tranquil and so excited and so positive. I felt electric, you know? That's the kind of memory that you want to choose. Memory that's going to be really, really positive, that's going to fire you up, something that's going to produce the kind of emotion that you want to experience that will lead to the actions that you wish you were taking. So choose that memory. Once you have that memory in mind, focus in, zero in on the senses. So you might notice specific scent memory recalls, or you might be aware of certain sights that you saw, or sounds that you heard, or things like that. So focus in on your memory, on the specific sensory details of your memory. Now soon you're going to find that part of that memory is really powerful. It's going to make you feel fantastic. When you find that part of your memory, it could be a specific sight, a specific scent, a sound, it could be anything. But when you find that part of your memory, meditate on it. Really, really focus. So for me, when I think about the yoga that I did on King Arthur's Seat that day, I just remember being in a upward dog position and looking up at this beautiful clear sky as the wind washed against my face and feeling so free and liberated. So for me, that specific memory of being in downward dog with the sense of the wind and the sight of the blue sky, that to me really conjures a positive, liberating feeling. So find the part of your memory that evokes the really positive emotion and focus on that. Focus on that for 5, maybe 10, even 15 minutes. As you focus on that specific part of your memory, you're going to find that you begin to feel the way that you felt back then at that really positive time. You're experiencing a very positive, joyous, happy, or maybe exciting or motivating emotion. So focus on that. As you continue to focus on that memory, as that feeling continues to build, it will lead to the creation of positive thoughts in your mind. You may notice, if you're doing this right now, you may notice that you're thinking things that actually you haven't thought for a while. Maybe you haven't been your absolute most positive, so you haven't been thinking your most positive, but now that you're forcing your mind to focus on the memory, on such a positive memory, you're really experiencing positive thoughts. Now, those positive thoughts are the building blocks. They're like little Lego bits building up to a positivity castle. And within that, you're going to find that your beliefs change and that you create a positive belief. And with that positive belief, you're going to take positive actions. And that is how you control your emotions, which in turn control your beliefs, which then control your actions. Remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching.